Okay, welcome to Cisco CCNA in 60 days. The book's version 4 on Amazon if you want to grab yourself a copy to match the video series here on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you can see all the other videos. We've got a ton of videos already on and more coming for more than just Cisco. So cloud computing. Today's actually, I've taken 3 video lessons from different courses. So you hear from different instructors and different perspectives. So we should cover the whole gamut of what you need to know for CCNA and some virtualization also. So we're on day 38. As usual, do the cram guide, the online exam, and it's cloud computing virtualization. There's 3 books available on Amazon, links in the description that will help you get through the exam and give you a big boost of chances. So I'll see you on tomorrow's lesson.
In this lesson, we will discuss the cloud terminology. Virtualization. Virtualization is the creation of a virtual rather than actual version of something, such as operating systems, servers, storage devices, or network resources. In this figure, we can see many virtual servers created by 3 physical servers. By using virtualization, we can achieve cloud computing. Virtualization shares hardware resources among different virtual machines or servers. Cloud computing uses virtualization and shares virtual servers with multiple users. Location is no longer a constraint. In this figure, we can see that we can access cloud computing resources from any device. The main advantage in cloud computing is we can add or remove resources at any given point of time. In cloud computing, ownership of physical servers resides with one organization, and users are billed for their usage. Cloud computing means the sharing of pooled computing resources over the internet. Now we will look at types of cloud computing. Software as a service, or SaaS. This type of cloud computing provides answers to desktop needs for end users. Software as a service is a software distribution model in which applications are hosted by a vendor or service provider and made available to customers over a network, typically the internet. Platform as a service. This type of cloud computing enables developers to create and test software without investing in expensive hardware. In the figure, we can see platform as a service is a way to rent hardware, operating systems, storage, and network capacity over the internet. The service delivery model allows the customer to rent virtualized servers and associated services for running existing applications or developing and testing new ones. Infrastructure as a service. This type of cloud computing enables applications to run in the cloud instead of using their own infrastructure. In the figure, we can see that infrastructure as a service is a provision model in which the organization outsources the equipment used to support operations, including storage, hardware, servers, and networking components. The service provider owns the equipment and is responsible for housing, running, and maintaining it. The client typically pays on a per-use basis. Now we will take a look at different types of cloud computing resources. These are all the cloud computing resources an organization can use: email accounts, servers, virtual machines, data storage, websites, and data backup. In this lesson, we came to know the cloud terminology. In the next lesson, we will discuss the characteristics of cloud computing. Thank you. In this lesson, we will discuss the characteristics of cloud computing. According to the National Institute of Standards and Technology, the cloud computing services consist of the below attributes: elasticity, on demand, pooled computing resources at the provider's site, monitored and measured service usage, and broad network access. In this figure, we can see that cloud computing has 5 major characteristics. They are measured service, on-demand self-service, broad network access, resource pooling, and rapid elasticity. Now we will discuss all of these characteristics individually. Elasticity. This attribute enables us to add or remove the cloud computing services or users at any time based on the client's business activity. On demand. The users can access the services from anywhere, anytime, and at any location. This will increase the availability of cloud computing services. Pooled computing resources at the provider's site. The cloud computing provider has to invest its money in proper hardware, configuration, and maintenance. The provider has to keep an eye on physical infrastructure usage. Monitored and measured service usage. Mostly, cloud computing services will come with monthly subscription and usage fees. Cloud service providers will charge by usage of measured resources, like disk space and processing capability, with respect to time. Broad network access. The client can access the services from any device, for example, smartphone, tablet, laptop, or desktop computer, over the internet. In the picture, we can see that cloud services can be accessed from anywhere on any device. In this lesson, we learned the characteristics of cloud computing. In the next lesson, we will discuss virtualization and cloud computing in an organization. Thank you. In this lesson, we will discuss virtualization and cloud computing in an organization. First, the organization should attain the virtualization. This has been shown in the first point. Virtualization is already well known in the market and works perfectly. After attaining the virtualization, the organization should be moved to private clouds. This has been shown in the second point. The next step after virtualization will be internal or private clouds. After attaining private clouds, the organization should be moved to public clouds. This has been shown in the third point. After market-complete internal clouds, we will carry our processes, tools to internet to consume generic resources. Organizations can migrate a physical server into the cloud by using virtualization. After attaining virtualization, the organization should be moved to a private cloud. After that, the organization can be moved to a public cloud and provide their services to their clients. Now we will look at the history of cloud computing. The first public cloud service was an email service, which could be accessed from a web browser. Hotmail is the first public cloud service from which we can access webmail from any internet-connected machine without any software installed on that machine. Email services are the first step towards cloud computing. After that, webmail service providers provide additional resources beyond email. These service providers are application service providers, or ASPs. These services can be accessed from web browsers. The application service provider is different from cloud computing. After that, cloud service providers provide standard software to the clients. Examples of such services are Google Docs, in which we can edit documents on the internet using a web browser without any software. This is nothing but software as a service. In this lesson, we learned about virtualization and cloud computing in an organization, and the history of cloud computing. In the next lesson, we will discuss cloud computing deployment models. Thank you.